Hello to my lovely art family. I'm gonna show you some painting ideas for, I don't know, like the bored artist, the uninspired artist, or somebody who just wants to paint. So I have these miniature canvases and I love painting on these because first of all, it doesn't take as much time as like a massive canvas. But second of all, tiny paintings are just cute. They kind of melt my heart. Anyway, let's just get started and have some fun. So the first thing I'm going to do with my canvases before I drop some ideas for you is to coat them with a layer of paint. Sometimes people ask me, why do you do this? So I'm going to share that with you. I just like the warmth to show through the main painting. Sometimes you miss some spots, or sometimes you purposely, stylistically let it show through. I'm going to do both of those things with these paintings. So let's just hop in and I'll show you the first idea. So the first thing, have you ever wanted to paint something, but your confidence level was maybe a little low and you were like, ooh, I don't know if I can do that. That looks scary. Well, you can kind of use these tiny paintings to your advantage, and some people call this a painting study. But you can do those intimidating big ideas that you have on little surfaces. And trust me when I say this, it really does cut back on the fear factor a little bit here. So I really like to do that when I am gearing up to do a really big painting, which leads me to the next portion of this idea is, okay, maybe you are doing something that you've always wanted to paint and it scares you. Well, you can have the intention of like, okay, if this goes well, I'm going to paint it later on a larger surface. So that's exactly what I'm doing. I actually took this photo a long time ago, like in Hawaii, like 9 months ago. No, maybe 10 or 11 months ago. I don't really remember, but it was a special moment in time, and it's been lingering in my camera roll. I've been dying to paint it, and I just didn't quite have it in me to do a large painting yet. And I'm going to be honest, I'll share that with you because I think when people see things on YouTube, they see the polished up, finished, edited version of a video, and they think like, oh, YouTubers couldn't possibly have that fear of, tackling that painting or doing that big thing or traveling to that cool place, But we are people too, and I'll just be honest with you, yeah, sometimes I have art fears, and that's okay. That's like a normal thing. So I'm doing this little painting, and I definitely have the intention of creating a larger painting with it in the future. So if you ever get scared to paint something that you've always wanted to paint, I'm just going to say, go for it. Get a tiny piece of paper, a scrap piece of paper, or a little canvas. Maybe repurpose a canvas with a painting you did and you didn't like it. You can paint over it. All those little things can help you to look toward bigger projects as an artist and to grow. And it doesn't have to turn out perfect. It's okay to make mistakes. That is part of the beauty of art. It is the learning process. And even if you don't like your little painting at the end, trust me, you learned something in the process. You really did. Art is always a learning process. And I think that's why I like it so much. So yeah, I wanted to share this idea with you. Perhaps you, just like me, have a photo in your camera roll on your phone that means a lot to you too, and it's just been lingering. You don't know what to do with it. You're scared to paint it. Boom, go for it on a tiny canvas. You can even go smaller than this. I just prefer the 4-inch canvases, but there's 2-inch canvases out there. There's 1-inch canvases. Do your thing. I hope you like this one. right, this one was really fun. It took a while because it was a water scene, but I do, as I said, fully intend to make this into a larger painting sometime in the future, unless I decide I'm not inspired by it anymore. But yeah, this one was really fun. I also painted the sides the same color as, like, you see this orange that shows through here and there? Same thing on the edges. I felt like it just unified the painting a little better to have those two things happening. Let's move on to the next one. Well, we have our next little canvas here, and we're gonna do something kind of fun with this one. Now, for the first idea, it was sort of like impressionistic. I did a water scene, and it took a lot of time. But I want this video to be approachable to people of multiple skill levels, and I want this idea to be a little simpler and a little more playful. So let's just go for it. You see, I am painting this white, floofy thing in the corner. This is a cloud, that's all. Let's mix some pink paint, and we're gonna do this stripe here. So what are we doing? What is this idea? I want you to pick a scene from your mind. Maybe you went through a tough time and you came out of it, and I don't know, you just picture something cool from that moment, or maybe you saw a movie, like a Disney movie, and you got inspired and started imagining like weird creatures, you know, whatever. The point being, paint something like a scene or an object and turn it into a creature. Give it like a magical effect. So I will share some background to mine. I am doing a cloud with a rainbow radiating out of it. And now this painting actually has some meaning, some really significant meaning to me. Back when we were looking at houses to move, I saw a lot of double rainbows. It was spring and it was rainy at that season, but lots of rainbows kept like appearing, even when we were like viewing houses. And even later, when I got pregnant, I was viewing lots of rainbows when I was driving and it rained. And that meant a lot to me because this is going to be personal, but we had a couple losses before we got pregnant with our twins. And that was a really hard time for both my husband and me. And I don't know. I think now that the twins are here, which, by the way, the twins are here. They were born on June 5th. They're doing great. Rainbows just have a special meaning to me now. And our rainbow babies are here. They're happy. They're healthy. And I don't know. These cute little creatures are just like fun things to incorporate into my artwork. And I wanted to take something that both hurt at one time and also made me happy at another time and just turn it into a piece of art. So that's what I did with this little rainbow piece. And the cloud here is just kind of like rejoicing that we came out of that hard time and our babies are here now. So yeah, this one, it's simple looking. It's a cartoon, but it does have a lot of meaning to me. So yeah, just wanted to share this one with you. And if you have anything like this in your mind too, you know, just like a little scene that you've been picturing, try to just like get it out on a canvas and see what happens. It may not look like what you imagined. This didn't, but I'm happy with it. I hope that, I don't know, that these ideas just inspire you to get some art out there. Like, seriously, it doesn't need to be some big finished project or, I don't know, this masterpiece, but the act of creating can be very therapeutic and healing, and it can be stress relieving. So I hope that these ideas inspire you to just enjoy the process of art. And as I said earlier, you can learn from it. Anyway, these paintings will probably become miniature prints in my shop. So if you're interested, you can check out mirabyler.com, but I don't know when they'll go up, probably sometime later in July. Just wanted to drop that here because I always forget to mention it in my videos. I hope you like this piece, and yeah, get creating. All right, this is how this piece turned out. I'm pretty happy with it, and I think it's just a fun, playful painting. I really enjoyed doing these mini paintings with you. I hope this inspires you to create something that maybe has been in the camera roll on your phone for a really long time, or something from your head like this. And yeah, give it meaning. Also, before I go, a lot of people have been asking me for a sketchbook ideas video. One is in the works. They take a really long time to prepare, so I don't know when it will come out, but just know it is coming, okay? Alrighty, thank you so much for hanging out. I will see you when I see you. Bye.